Being a small YouTuber feels like getting locked in a prison of 100 views and you can't escape. I had it too. It took me an entire year to hit my first 1,000 subscribers. But now I'm able to start channels like this one and get 1,000 subscribers in the first 30 days. You see, YouTube is not luck. And there's a strategy that smart YouTubers are using to blow up their channels from scratch. And you can copy it step by step to finally uncurse your small YouTube channel and start getting the views you really deserve. I've already helped over 1,000 people get their first 1,000 subscribers for completely free. And I'm about to show you exactly what you need to do in order to blow up. No matter how old your channel is, how many videos you have, or even how good your videos are. You see, most small YouTubers think the thing holding them back is their content. These people usually try to improve their videos, thinking that it'll get them more views. They try to learn storytelling. They get better at editing. They buy more camera equipment, but it all leads to the same result. And hundreds of hours later and thousands of dollars deeper, they are still in the same place. By far, actually improving your content is one of the worst places to start when trying to get more views, especially if you're still under 1,000 subscribers. Unless you want to be one of those people who has great videos that no one watches. But if you master the two things that actually matter, then you can finally blow up. When trying to grow in the beginning on YouTube, the actual storytelling, editing, production value of your content does not matter. Even the story itself is a very small lever to pull compared to these other two things. And you can see this exact principle on Joel Kaplan's channel, who's one of my private clients, who we helped scale from 5,000 to 250,000 subscribers in under a year. His videos literally look like this. It's the simplest thing, just a Zoom call. That's it. The actual videos themselves don't have high production. They don't have any storytelling. It's literally just a live Zoom call. But they still get hundreds of thousands of views due to these two things. And once you understand them, it will allow you to blow up really fast. So the first one is thumbnails. This is the biggest lever for any channel to pull when they're trying to grow on YouTube, especially in the beginning, is simply improving their thumbnails. Because at the end of the day, that's what people see on their homepage, and that's what makes someone actually go to watch your video. So even if you've created a Netflix masterpiece, if the thumbnail is not good, then no one's going to watch it. But how do you actually make them good? Well, there's something called the 3-element rule. This is a rule that all of the top YouTubers follow along with myself, and it forces you to make the thumbnails extremely simple. Because most beginners, when they make thumbnails, they make them way overcomplicated. Like they'll have tons and tons of elements on the screen when they don't need them. All you need are 3 elements, whether that be a person, a thing, and some text, or 2 people and some text. Very simple stuff. I'll put some examples around the screen here, but all of these thumbnails have 3 elements. There's 3 main elements, and that forces you to keep it simple if you follow this rule. And I guarantee you, if you follow this rule, your videos will get way more views because they are easier for the viewer to actually click on because the viewer can understand them. Now, I know it's a lot to learn Photoshop at a high level. I don't even know Photoshop that well. I just pay someone. And that's honestly what I would recommend most of you guys do. You can hire a really good thumbnail designer for like $15 to $25 per thumbnail. And I think that that is the best place to spend money if you are trying to invest in a YouTube channel. Especially in the beginning as you're getting it off the ground, that is the highest lever you can pull in order to blow up the channel. The other option is learn Photoshop yourself. There are tons of good resources for that, but honestly, I wouldn't even recommend it. I would just pay someone. I think that that's way better and it's not that expensive. The next thing that your thumbnails need to have is open loops. So what is an open loop? It's essentially raising a question in the viewer's mind and generating curiosity. So let's say you have a video talking about, the easiest way to make money online in 2024. Well, what could be an open loop for that thumbnail? So let's say easiest way, we have 2 people. So we already have 2 elements. Now following the 3-element rule, what are we gonna add here? We are going to add some sort of text that also makes the viewer have some curiosity. And that way they'll get sucked into the video and have a reason to click. So let's say the title is the easiest way to make money in 2024. This guy could literally say, he could say something like the gurus are tricking you, or he could say something like people dumber than you are making millions. That's a headline that's worked really well recently. And it's so simple, but the reason why it works is because it creates curiosity. People think, someone dumber than me is making millions. There must be something that I'm missing. Let me find out what that is so that I can make millions too. The next thing you need to uncurse your small channel is better titles. Now, most people think that the reason why their channel seems cursed is because maybe they don't have good enough videos, maybe their channel is shadow banned, maybe they have the wrong audience. And while all of these things can happen, it's extremely unlikely. The most likely scenario, 99.9% of the time, is that you just don't have a good title and thumbnail. So how do you create a good title? Your title needs to stand out on the YouTube homepage. So when someone's scrolling, they need to see the thumbnail, be like, oh, that's interesting, read the title, and then be drawn into the video. So how does this work? Well, we really want to give a clear value add to the viewer. And there's a framework that I like to use when writing titles that guarantees there's a clear value add to the viewer. That formula looks like this. The X that did X, here's how. So I know this might be really confusing, but I'm gonna break it down right now. And this alone has gotten me hundreds of thousands of views on videos. This title framework is very plug and play. So if let's say you're talking about making money online, let's just stick with that niche because that's what a lot of people talk about, right? So what we could say is the strategy that achieved X result for myself. So the strategy that made me $1 million, here's how. And this here's how can be changed as well. So this here's how could be changed to copy me, what I learned, how to do it. You can too. Let me show you, yours free. There's a bunch of words that you can put in here, right? But the overall concept stays the same. It goes, here's the thing that I learned that allowed me to achieve X results, and here's how you can do it too. If you plug your titles into this framework, I guarantee you're going to get more views. And you can get creative with this, right? Like you could say the 15-second strategy that made me $1 million, here's how. Or you could say like the copy and paste strategy that made me $10 million. And then on here, you could say, here's how to use it. That would be a great title. Or you could say the one strategy that made me X dollars, or the one strategy that 10x my business, here's how. This is one of many title frameworks, but it's one of the most powerful ones, so I thought I'd share it with you. Because if you have a small channel right now and you use this title framework, it's probably going to perform a lot better than what you're currently using. Especially if you're using like vidIQ titles or something like that. Please do not do it. It's not worth it. It saves you a little bit of time, but titles are so easy to come up with, and the human brain can come up with a lot better titles than any AI on the market. And the best way to come up with these titles, right? Like, so once you have one variation of this, you're gonna wanna come up with like 10 to 20. I usually come up with 10 titles nowadays. I used to do like 50 until I got really good at it. 50 per video, but now I do around 10. And I find that that's a very good balance where I get enough variation to choose the right one and really have a title that I feel very good about and that I'm confident with running. Another thing that you're really going to want to make sure you have in your titles is a clear desire. So for example, in this title, this would be the desired outcome. All right, so we have the desired outcome, right? We always want to make sure that we have that in the title. So I could make a video, let's say, let's change the niche, right? Let's do one about YouTube growth. I could do a video where it's the best way to get 1,000 subscribers in 2024. That would be a video where I just demonstrate the desired outcome. Or my own video, how to get 1,000 subscribers fast. That is a desired outcome. Everyone wants 1,000 subscribers fast, and therefore that's why the video got 300,000 views. I can guarantee you, while that was a great video and a great thumbnail, that title is what got it those views because the desired outcome was so strong. Okay, great. You now have your title and thumbnail, right? So you're in a much better place than you were before. However, if you make a certain type of video, which is what I see most beginner YouTubers doing, and it doesn't instantly hit, most new YouTubers think that they should just keep making that content. Be like, okay, my first video didn't get 1,000 views. I should just go ahead and make another one. That way, it could get 1,000 views, and then they keep going down that cycle. They'll keep making the same videos, obviously about different topics, but same thumbnail styles, same video styles, and they expect it to do better. And sometimes it does. Like there'll definitely be variance in views, but the majority of the time is that it just doesn't work. And that's why people feel like they're stuck in this small channel prison. So how do you get out of that? Well, you actually need a thumbnail testing strategy. And this is very interesting. I don't think you've ever heard this before. So like I said, 99% of small channels stay the same, right? So we have 99% stays same, and then 1% test fast. You do not want to be the 99%. What is this? How do you do this? Well, the clear answer is to test more styles of thumbnails. And how do you do that? You make more styles of thumbnails. So basically, for your first 10 to 12 videos, what you're going to want to do is make 10 to 12 drastically different thumbnails. So one thumbnail per video, make each one on the next video completely different. Like different color schemes, different designs. You could do some faceless, you could do some with your face, you could do some transformational ones, you could do some animated ones, some like really raw ones, really realistic ones. There's so many different styles of thumbnails, right? You could do ones where you leverage big people in your niche, like I'm talking about YouTube, I could put like Mr. Beast on the thumbnail, right? I guarantee that if you just on the next 10 videos test a bunch of different thumbnail styles, it will speed up your YouTube results by like a year at least. Because most people are making the same thumbnails over and over and expecting a different result, they're gonna stay in the same place while you just keep testing new stuff until you find something that works. That's what all of the best YouTubers do. Like I test new thumbnail styles all the time, especially on a lot of the newer channels I start. If they don't instantly hit, I just change everything until something hits. And the reason for this is because if a thumbnail is really, really good and really resonates with your audience, it will do well. It will get views, and then you can just make more like that. So it doesn't make sense to make thumbnails that don't get views, right? So just keep making different thumbnails until you find one that gets views. But it's not only your thumbnails, you also want to be testing different video concepts. So like I said, on your first 10 videos, so we'll just put like 10 down here. So we have our first 10 videos. All of these are going to have different thumbnails, but they're also going to have different video styles as well. You can't just stop at the thumbnails. It doesn't work like that. Because at the end of the day, your videos are not just your titles and thumbnails, they're also your videos themselves. So you want to keep experimenting with different video formats until you hit on one that works and that also resonates with you. So right now, if you feel stuck on YouTube, this is the way to get out. Just start testing a ton of different stuff. So have one video be, let's say like A, then have B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, right? So now you're testing 10 different video styles and packaging concepts. Now, once you find one that works, now you have found 2 buckets of content, 2 different styles of content that do well on your channel. So now you could just cross off all these, cut off this one, cut off this one, cut off this one, and then just make your next 10 videos, or let's just put 5 down just for the sake of time. Now you could make your next 5 videos G, I, G, I, G. Boom. Now you've gone from making a bunch of different video styles that don't work to making like 2 video styles that almost always work. And that is exactly how you speed up your results, because it takes most people years to find these styles of content that work for them. But if you could just test a bunch of stuff, you can get to that point in only a couple months. I want to give an example of this on an actual YouTube channel that you can visualize. Let's say we have a video talking about iPhones, right? So we could do one video, it's more of like a challenge style video where we say, I used an Android for 100 days, parentheses, it sucked. And this could be like a challenge video where you literally use an Android for 100 days, right? That's a very different style of video than just a sit down talking head. Now you could also test out a tutorial style video, how to set up a new iPhone in 15 minutes. So you can test out that style as well. And the next video you do could be more information based, just an interesting video that an iPhone user would want to watch. You could have something like 37 iPhone hacks that you wish you knew sooner. Those are all 3 very different videos. And if you did that over the course of 10 videos with different title, thumbnail concepts, as well as style concepts, one is almost always bound to hit. But once you've broken yourself out of the small channel prison and gotten your first 1,000, 3,000, or 5,000 subscribers, it is now time to start taking YouTube even more seriously and setting your eyes on the silver play button. And I have made a completely free YouTube course with over 12 hours of content showing you step by step how to get one of these for yourself this year. We give away everything you need to grow a YouTube channel completely for free. So check out this video here where I show you how to get access, what you'll learn, and how you can use the information to blow up your YouTube channel in 2024. Thanks and have a great day.